So hello everyone, I thought I would take the time to go through my entire car collection at the moment and what's going, what's staying and what's coming. But yeah, thank you for joining me, and all everyone that's subscribed, everyone that's been liking my videos or commenting. I've just really started taking this seriously, so I really appreciate it. But let's get into it. It's extremely sunny, so if I put on shades in a moment, don't think I'm being rude. I am just being blinded by the sun. I have sensitive eyeballs. But yeah, I'm Tommy, and here is my Infinity Stone car collection for everyone that follows me on TikTok. The reason I call it my Infinity Stone car collection is because each color is kind of like the Infinity Gauntlet. So I've got blue, which is the Space Stone, red is the Reality Stone, green is the Time Stone, purple is the Power Stone. And I'll get to the other stones later. And I've got grey, and I've got grey as well, which is just a grey car. But anyway, the first car I want to start with in my collection is my H12 Superfast. This was my first Ferrari. It's a V12, 800 horsepower, rear-wheel drive, Grand Tourer Supercar, Super Tourer. I know Aston Martin are saying they've created the world's first Super Tourer, but this is definitely miles ahead of it. It is a tailor-made car in blue electrico. This stripe on the car is actually painted onto the bodywork, and these shields are painted as well. So yeah, everything's factory you see on here apart from the tire stickers. I added that myself just to add a little pop to the tires. The car also has a full carbon package. It's got carbon everywhere, carbon along the sides and carbon on the rear. The only section that doesn't have carbon is the diffuser, and it looks better without carbon here because the car is in this blue electrico paint. I think it blends more. That's my opinion, and don't kill me for it. Again, it is a tailor-made car, as you'll be able to see in a moment when I get inside it. But yeah, it's got tailor-made door sill, foot sill, I don't know what the kick plate, not sure what they call it, but yeah, it's got blue electrico stitching on the interior, blue electrico details. Everything about this car is very specific, so this is a one-of-one spec. The Ferrari tailor-made program allows customers to go to Italy to customize their car to their liking as much and as crazy as they want, but with the assistance of Ferrari. I mean, like, you're not going to see any like stupid colors. The 812 Superfast is like a supercar that you can daily if you really want to. Maybe not with these Daytona race seats because they're not the most comfortable, but it does still work as a daily if you wish it to be. It's got loads of luggage space that I'll show you in a moment, and the interior is very spacious, and you've got more storage back here. Someone asked me would they be able to take a dog in this car, and I thought that was an interesting question, because if it's a small dog and you take off this storage cover, you probably could. I think the dog will have a lot of space to do small dog things, but if it's like a Doberman or a German Shepherd, probably not. But the interior details continue here. This is yellow, so that's an option. Everything's an option at Ferrari, but we love them for it. Carbon fiber steering wheel with the LEDs, carbon on this center bridge here. I love this car. It's got the passenger display. It sounds incredible. I'll play you the sound. I'll start every car and rev it for you at the end of the video, or nearer later in the video, so you can hear them all. It's like 100 degrees inside the car, so I can't stay inside very long. But in the meantime, I will open the back so you can see the storage space. Now, if you look on my YouTube, there's a video where I took this to a place called Grantley Hall, which is about 500 miles away, and we put loads of luggage in the back. I forgot. I've been looking for this shirt. It's here. But yeah, here is the storage space in the back of the 812 Superfast, and then you have this personalization plaque that shows you all of the things that are not standard in the car. I do love this car. I'm not sure what I'm doing with it because I haven't been driving it as much recently, and I'll explain why when I get onto my next car. My Ferrari SF90 Stradale. This car's incredible. 1000 horsepower, 4-wheel drive, and an electric motor. Well, 3 electric motors, allowing you to do 0 to 60 in stupidly fast times. When I drive this car, it feels like I'm falling forwards, whereas when I drive this car, it feels like you're gonna die. But this is a different kind of feeling. I love this car so much. It is supremely comfortable, more comfortable than the 812 Superfast. So I just tend to jump in this more, even though this is more of like a Grand Tourer. The seats in here aren't as comfortable as seats in there. Also, this car dampens the road better, so going over like cracks in the road or small potholes, it just feels a lot smoother in here, which I love. I bought this car a few months ago. It's in Rosso Corsa. It's pretty much a standard kind of spec. The 812 is a blue Ferrari. I said to my wife, I want to get an SF90. She said, cool, but if you're going to get another Ferrari, it has to be in red. So I got this in red and I love it. Honestly, this is like one of my favorite cars now. I wasn't expecting it to be, but it absolutely knocks my socks off every single time I drive it. Whether I'm driving it on electric mode and just creeping out, or going for a drive at 5 a.m. in the morning, I can leave my house quietly and then I can go down the road and start the engine. It's just supreme. I wish I could explain how good the SF90 is, but nothing I say would do it justice. You kind of have to just get in one and find out yourself. It's super high tech. It does have a few errors, but so do many Italian cars, but nothing that is like ruining my experience of ownership. I do think it looks gorgeous as well. This car's grown on me, and also it kind of has grown on everyone else. As I've seen recently, the values are going up in the SF90. But whilst I'm here, let me take you through the interior of my SF90 Stradale. So the door handle is pretty cool. You just open there and it pops open electronically. You hear the electric motor parts and the inverters and everything getting ready to fire up. Even though I'm not going to drive away, it just preconditions itself. It's a bit dirty in here. But here is the interior of the SF90. You've got this cool digital display. It's not like the old Ferraris where you have the analog tack in the middle. You don't need that anymore. A lot of the steering buttons are now haptic touch. Well, I say haptic, there's no real feedback, so I would just say they're touch buttons, like a touch screen. It takes a while to get used to. At first you start pressing stuff accidentally. You've probably heard a lot of car reviewers talking about how they get in the car and then this doesn't work or that doesn't work, or they turn around corners, they press stuff. But when you live with the car and you get used to it, it just becomes irrelevant. It doesn't matter anymore. The car is wonderful. It's a great place to be. I've got these comfort seats in here which make it super comfortable. There's not much luggage space. There's this space behind me, which isn't that big. It looks bigger on camera. And then I've also got a storage compartment under the bonnet, which is about the size of a laptop. Let me actually see if I can open that up for you guys so you can see it. But the interior of this car is wonderful. My wife loves it. It's got a passenger display here as well. It's just a great place to be. I can sit in this car for hours and not be uncomfortable. The SF90 is just a different league, and it's a great direction that Ferrari are going, I think, where everything's becoming a bit more usable, a bit more functional, but still saying very, very performance focused. This car handles so well, and it's rapid, as you would expect with 1000 horsepower. But let me show you the storage space while I'm here. It's always tricky to open this. You have to like use two hands, so excuse me if this just gets really, really confusing for you guys watching at home. If I open up here, this is the storage space of the SF90. Again, you have the plaque here listing everything that's not standard on the car. But yeah, in here you pretty much cannot fit anything. I mean, clothes and a small bag, yes. You also have the RACE system, which is just one of the power inverters, I believe, for the front electric motors. There's one on this side, one on that side. Yeah, it's not very practical, I must say, but it's functional. You can make it work. You can make it work. Like, I wish there was a little bit more storage down there. I wonder why they just opted to just not bother. I know the motors are down there, but I'm sure that they could have done something. I don't know. But yeah, that's the storage space. And then this is all carbon fiber, which is pretty cool. Those little details that no one ever sees. Is that closed? Yes, that's closed now. But yeah, this is my SF90. One of my favorite cars. Probably at the moment my second favorite car. My second favorite, I would say. I love this car so much. And I would only replace this if I was getting another SF90. So whether that's a Spider or another Stradale, maybe an Assetto Fiorano pack. The Assetto Fiorano pack adds a wing and takes away some bits, makes it a bit more track focused. But I'm not sure. I love the comfort of this, so I'm not sure if Assetto Fiorano would suit me. But yeah, here's my SF90. The next car we have is Old Faithful, the car I did gumball in. It is my Aventador SVJ, my favorite Lamborghini that I've ever owned. So this is my, technically this was my third Lamborghini, with this being my fourth or fifth, I'm not sure, but yeah, it was my third Lamborghini. It's incredible. It's a massive upgrade from my Aventador S that I had before and my Huracan Performante. I don't know why I said Huracan like that. I am really tired and hungry, but I'm trying to do like a diet. But this car is just supreme. It is the stuff of dreams. It's covered right now in the gumball livery because, again, I did gumball in it. I've got some stuff that I want to do to this car, like put a Gintani exhaust. I'm not sure if I will though, but it's just such a cool car. It just feels like a spaceship. It doesn't drive like a spaceship. It's very old school in that it has a single clutch transmission. It can be jerky at low speeds, but when you're on it at high speeds, it's beautiful. It's a wonderful place to be. And it's also got very cool doors. that open upwards, which I think sets a supercar off. The interior has comfort seats. I'm not going to jump in this one because it is laborious to jump inside, but it has comfort seats, but they're not that comfortable. There's a lot of carbon everywhere. I've done about 10,000 miles in this car now. I've had it from delivery mileage, and I've just loved it. I would definitely recommend anyone looking for a high-end supercar to try an Aventador SVJ. It's not as practical as the Ferrari 812. It's not as comfortable as the SF90. It doesn't drive as well as either of those, but it is a wonderful car. The V12 in here puts out 770 horsepower. It's dusty because I went to go to Festival Speed in it, and it sits right there, 6.5 litres, and it is an absolute monster. It sounds great as well. Again, I'll play you all the sounds at the end. I don't want to do them one by one as I go through the cars because I have this thing called neighbors, and it'll be really weird if every 15 minutes they hear a car start up. But yeah, my Aventador SVJ, this, I don't know what to say. This car is just, it was my dream car, and I've loved owning it, and I can't wait to share with you what a Lamborghini I'm getting next. Also, underneath here, slightly damaged. When I came back from Gumball, I clipped the entrance of my house. I forgot to put a front lift up because I had loads of luggage in here. It just rides a little bit lower, and then it kind of ruined that. So I'm getting that replaced soon, and I'm also going to get some new tires put on here as well, just to revitalize the car. Another thing I'm doing is taking off all the stickers, taking off the PPF, reapplying the PPF, and then adding the stickers back, just so it's fresh and ready to go for the next 10,000 miles. Here is my latest addition, my Urus Performante. This is my time stone, by the way, and this is my power stone in Avengers terms. I love this car. I wasn't expecting it to like it as much as I do, but it is incredible. I'm not going to go too deep into there. There's a video on my page breaking down this car, my first thoughts, because I just received it, so it's a few videos back, but I love this car so much. Here is Old Faithful, my Cayenne Turbo GT, the fastest SUV to ever lap the Nürburgring. It has been great. When I bought it at list price because I got it brand new. They were selling for about 50 over, and now it's kind of leveled out, so they're selling for about list again. It's a great car. It's been amazing. It's not very practical though, because it's only got 4 seats, although that's all you really need, I guess, if you're not going to carry around other people, but you do like the option when you have that. It is wonderful. It is a nice car to drive, but the Urus kind of makes it redundant for us. And also, my wife, she's not a massive fan of the Cayenne. This was her daily. She had to sell a G-Wagon because she was pregnant, and I always told her, oh, we'll swap it back for a G-Wagon once the babies arrive. So the babies arrived, so yeah, this is going, and a G-Wagon is taking its place, but it has been wonderful. A lot of people on my TikTok have tried to say that it's the better car over the Urus Performante, and as someone who owns and drives both, I would beg to differ. The Urus Performante is significantly better. The interior feels higher quality, the exterior feels higher quality, just because you have more options that you can select with this car, and it's a Lamborghini. It does cost more, so the Urus was about 280,000, this was 170,000, but of this 280,000, if I sold that car today, I've already been offered 100 over list, so I've made money on that. If I sell this car today, I would sell it for pretty much what I bought it for. So there, it is a higher buy-in of like 100,000. You lose less money, or you don't lose any money. You actually make 100 grand at the moment on that, just because of the spec. I didn't even go over the spec, but yeah, carbon bonnet and carbon pack and everything. But yeah, there's a video on my page. I just remembered why I didn't go over the spec. Whereas the Cayenne Turbo GT, it's got like plastic everywhere. You can't change any of that because it's a GT car. It's Porsche's way of charging more and giving less, but it is a wonderfully amazing car. Is it open? It's locked. I would show you inside. It's got like neodyme stitching everywhere. It is nice, but yeah, the Urus is just miles ahead. The Urus also sounds better, which I'm surprised about, but when I play it to you later, or when I show you later, oh yeah, ignore my grass, I'm returfing here. When I show it to you later, I think you'll agree that Urus is the better sounding car. And for the OG followers, if you're wondering why there's a Huracan Performante here, it is my friend Ish's. He's left it on my drive for the time being. He's doing some work on his house. He didn't have any space to store it in, and he's got a different car that I'll show you on the channel one day, I'm not sure, but yeah, it is a great car. We've got a Huracan Stradale coming, so just imagine this is a 4-wheel drive off-roading Huracan, because that's what will be in its place, I guess, when Ish takes this back, and maybe something else. So here is the startup sound of every car in my collection. But yeah, that is my full collection at the moment. I've got 3 new cars coming. I'm not sure if you guys can guess them. A lot of people probably thinking, why do you have so many cars? I try and make smart purchases, so all these cars have gone up in value. Thankfully, apart from the Cayenne Turbo GT, which is a shame. They were trading at overs at one point, so I managed to get in and get out these cars and not lose any money, which is great. I love cars. I love collecting cars. It's nice to make money from cars. I don't really do this to make money just because I'm so passionate, but the fact that I don't lose money helps me to explore my passion. I want to say thank you to everyone. That I know I'm a small channel, but people have still subscribed to me and still watch my videos, which genuinely means a lot. I've been trying to get into this YouTube thing for ages, but it's so disheartening because you make like loads of videos and then they get like 100 views, 200 views, 300 views, and it just feels like, what's the point? But now I'm getting traction and I'm enjoying it. And everyone that's come from my TikTok as well, it means a lot. I've got I recently hit 300,000 followers on TikTok, which is cool. That's where this all started. My like talking about my cars and stuff. So I like to shout out to everyone that's come from there. You guys, honestly, everyone means the most to me. I feel like having cars like this, growing up, I never saw people with this kind of collection, like really sharing what the experience is like. So I felt like this obligation to like show and inspire people and motivate people and just allow people to like live vicariously and see what it's like owning these cars. I love sharing this with you guys, and I just want to keep doing that. So I'll take you on this journey as long as I can, as long as I have the energy, as long as my wife isn't unhappy with the amount of space I take up on the drive with supercars. But yeah, there's my collection. If you guys want to see anything, let me know. I can go through these cars individually, but I'm not sure, like, it's easy to find car reviews on YouTube. I don't think that's what people want. I think what people want is just like real life stuff and what it's like to own these cars. So from now on, that's my vibe. I'm going to be showing you like what it is to own these cars and how the purchase process is like. So look who's just arrived. Is Ish in his 765 LT Spider, looking mad. You want to use front nose lift. So Ish has just arrived at my house in his 765 LT Spider. Nah, this looks mad. This looks insane. You know what? Let me get a rev, please? Yeah. Gosh, this is a stunning car. Look at this.
But first.
Is that all the way back?
Oh yeah, there you go.
Oh God, yeah, I can't have center seat to it. But now, I guess that's it. Thank you for joining my channel, and here's to many more videos and hopefully years of car content. So welcome to Tomi Auto. I almost forgot about my other car, the other car in my collection. I've travelled to Oxford, so you can see it. It is my first car, my Lexus IS250 that is jacked up. Project renovation is starting ASAP, like literally this week. So look out for the next YouTube video. First thing I'm going to do is change the brakes on the car just to make sure that everything's okay. Tires would be the next thing, the rims, bodywork, everything. Making sure it is rejuvenated and brought back to life to the point where it is drivable and enjoyable. But yeah, my Lexus IS250, the final piece of the collection, it's got some rust on it. So my dad's put like a rust treatment on it to stop it from spreading. But I think this panel will have to be changed. Probably all the body panels. I don't know what's going to happen, but the journey will begin soon.